Hello everyone, welcome to online maths classes. In this video, we are going to discuss lines and angles. Already we familiar with basic geometry concepts such as line, line segment and ray. Let us recall once again. Let us see. We know that this is a line. It is a line. On this line, we have 2 points, let A and B. So, this line we can name as AB. We can call this line as AB. Suppose I have another line AB. In this line has, we have only one endpoint. In the other side, we can extend. The above line, we can extend both sides. So it is called line or straight line. But in the second one, we can extend only one side, but not other side. So this is called ray. It is the ray. And it is line. And this we can call as AB, but not AB, because AB can extend at B side. So we should write this arrow mark at B, but not at A side. Okay. So if you want to write this as BA, you should write this side. Okay, the arrow mark should be always at B. Next, I have one more line. It is AB. By observing this, it has 2 endpoints. This cannot extend any one of the side. So this is called line segment. What is this? Line segment. This we can call as AB. Just AB itself. This also we can write as BA. AB equal to BA. Both are same. But these two are not equal. Okay. These two are equal. So here also we can write AB or BA by writing 2 sides arrow mark. Okay. These are the lines. Suppose one more basic geometric term is collinear points. What are the collinear points? So if 3 or more points lies on a line, then the points are called collinear points. Suppose this is a line. On this line, there are some points A, B, C, D, and so on. Then we say that A, B, C, D are collinear points. A, B, C are collinear points. A, B are not collinear. Our definition is 3 or more points. Whatever. Okay. So if 3 or more points lies on a line, then the points are called collinear points. Okay. So next, I have a line. On this line, I have 2 points P, Q. So it is a line. I mark 2 points on this line. So there formed only one line segment by these 2 points. Suppose I have one more line. I marked P, Q, R. By marking these 3 points, we can form PQ line segments. From here to here, one line segment. and PR line segments from here to here, one line segment, PR. PR. We are writing line segment, not line. Next, QR is another line segment. Suppose I marked P, Q, R and S. So how many line segments formed? PQ, PR and PS. PQ, PR, PS and QR, QS and RS. How many line segments formed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by marking 2 points, we formed only one line segment. By marking 3 points, how many points we mark? 2. By marking 3 points, we can form how many? 1, 2, 3 line segments. By marking 4 points, okay, by marking 4 points, how many bar line segments formed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. If we marked 5 points, it forms PQ, PR, PS, PT and QR, QS, QT, RS, RT, ST. How many formed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So by marking 5 points, it formed 10 line segments. So by observing this pattern, we can conclude that if we mark 2 points, they are formed only one line segment. If you mark 3 points, these are the points. These are number of line segments. Line segments. Okay. How many formed? 1. By marking 3, formed 3. And by marking 4, it formed 6. By marking 5, it formed 10. By observing this pattern, we conclude that the number of, if number of points is n, then number of formed line segments are n into n minus 1 by 2. Observe this. If n is 2, 2 into 2 minus 1, 2 into 2 minus 1 by 2. 2 ones are 2 ones are. 2 minus 1 is 1. Suppose 5. 5 into 5 minus 1. 5 into 5 minus 1 is 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are 4. 5 twos are 10. Okay. So this is the pattern. So next we discussed line, ray and line segments. A line which has no end points, which can extend both sides, and a ray which has only one end points, other side we can extend, and a line segment which has in both side we cannot extend, so that is called line segment. So by using ray, we can form angles. Let us see how a angle can form. Suppose this is a ray, it is the initial position. If the ray change to terminal position around the fixed point. It is the initial position. Change it to terminal position around a fixed point. O. It is, let us take as, okay, let us the fixed point is O. Around O. This change is called rotation. And the measurement of rotation is called angle. Okay. So here it is the initial position. Initial. It is the initial position. Change it to terminal position. And it is the fixed point O. This is the rotation. The measurement of this rotation is called angle. And this O is called vertex. And this initial ray and terminal rays are called arms. Suppose it is OA and it is OB. This OA and OB are called arms. Okay, O is the vertex and these rays are initial and terminal rays are arms, and this angle we can call AOB, angle AOB, or angle BOA. This is the angle. The complete rotation, suppose it is the initial and the terminating row again reach to initial position. This is 360 degrees. If this complete rotation, the measurement of the complete rotation divided by 360, the one part is called 1 degree. 1 degree. Okay, so the complete rotation is 360 degrees divided by 360 gives 1 degree. Okay, in previous classes we studied types of angles. Let us recall once again. Types of angles. Types of angles. According to measurement of angles, there are some types of angles. So let us see. So here it is initial position. So its measurement is 0 degrees. By rotating this, they formed an angle. So here the first you can measure 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and like this you can form angle. So if it comes to here, so this angle is, so here, so it is in L shape. So this measured 90 degrees. Okay, so here by measuring this you can find it is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. It measured 90 degrees. This angle is called right angle. The first one is right angle. It is right angle. It measured 90 degrees. Suppose it is OAP. That angle OAOB equal to 90 degrees. This angle is called right angle. And the measurement is less than this right angle and greater than 0. It is the 0. Greater than 0. It may be 1 or 2 or 3 or 10, 20, whatever, up to 89. So the less than right angle, that means maybe it is 89 or whatever. These angles are called acute angles. What are those? Acute angles. acute angles. Let the angle be x that lies between 0 and 90. Lies between 0 and 90. If the angle is x degrees, that measured from 1 to 89. That means it lies between 0 to 90. It may be 20 degrees or 10 degrees or whatever. It may be 70 degrees, whatever. These are the acute angles. Suppose it is P, Q, R or whatever, A, O, B. Next, it is right angle. Then after it forms 91, 92, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. It made 180 degrees. This is straight. It forms a straight line. It forms a straight line. This angle is called straight angle because it forming a straight line. So it is straight angle. It measured, so here 180 degrees. It measured 180 degrees. So this is called straight angle. Straight angle. Straight angle. So it is, suppose A O B. Angle A O B equal to 180 degrees. Okay. The angle, let the angle is x. The angle equal to, if the angle equal to 180 degrees, then the angle is called straight angle. Then here it is 90 degrees. It is 90 degrees and it is 180 degrees. The angle between this 90 degrees and 180 degrees, that means 91 to 179, is called obtuse angle. That is obtuse. If the angle is x degrees, it lies between 90 and 180 degrees. It may be 120 or 100 or whatever, or 160, 170, 175, 179. These are the obtuse angles. Then, so it comes to here. Then after, it will be 181, 182, 183 up to it comes to original position. This is complete angle. So if the terminal ray reaches to initial position, it makes 360 degrees, that is complete angle. Okay, the angle equal to 360 degrees, that is complete angle. So before that we have measurement from 180 after 181, the angle between 180 and this 360. Okay, this is the 360. Before that we may the angle 359 or 358, 340, 330, whatever, up to 181. From 181 to 359, this angle is called reflex angle. Reflex angle. Okay, if the angle is x degrees, it lies between 180 and 360 degrees. Some like this. These are the types of angles. Okay, so next, intersecting lines and parallel lines. So what are the intersecting lines? If two lines, these are the two lines. Okay, if the two lines having a common point, if the two lines, this is a line and this is another line, if these two lines have common point, this is the common point to both, then this line, then these lines are called intersecting lines, and this is the intersecting point. Where the lines are intersecting, that point is called intersecting point. These lines are called intersecting lines. Okay, so these are two lines. These two lines have a common point. So this point is, and it is L and M. So the lines you can name with the small letters also, L and M. So these are intersecting at a point. Okay, these two lines have a common point O. Therefore, these two lines are intersecting lines. L and M are intersecting lines, and O is intersecting point. Intersecting point. Okay, so then next, suppose if the two lines, never intersect, suppose these two are lines, these two are never intersect at any points, అవి ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసినప్పటికి కూడా ఎక్కడ కూడా ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ చేసుకోకపోతే they are called parallel lines. Okay, suppose these two edges never intersects, the perpendicular distance between these two edges or these two lines is same at any point. These are called parallel lines. These two edges are parallel edges. Okay, so these are the parallel lines. Here it is L and it is the M. These two lines are never intersects, therefore we say that L is parallel. This is the sign to parallel. L is parallel to M. We can call as L is parallel to M. One more point we have, that is, suppose if three or more lines are passing through a point, then the lines are called concurrent lines. They are called concurrent lines, and that point is called concurrent point. The lines are concurrent lines and the point is called concurrent point. In definition of intersecting lines, we said two lines have a common point. In concurrent, three or more lines passing through a point. That means three or more lines having a common point. There is just a very small difference between these two. If two lines have a common point, only two lines, not more than two lines, only two lines passing through a point or have a common point, they are called intersecting lines. And in this, if three lines or more lines having or passing through a common point, they are called concurrent lines. Okay, in intersecting lines we have only two lines, but in concurrent lines we have more than three or more than three lines. Okay, this is the difference between intersecting lines and concurrent lines. These are the basic terms we learned in previous classes. So in next video we will do some problems on these basic terms. Okay, thank you one and all.